From SaaS startups to consumer brands, companies everywhere are scrambling to crack the YouTube code. But while most struggle for views, one company has quietly built a YouTube empire that's generating millions in revenue. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on their exact playbook, the same system I've used to help dozens of businesses transform their channels into sales machines. It's called the Renaissance periodization method, and it's responsible for multiple millions in trackable revenue across industries. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to implement it for your business with your next video. And it all starts here with Mike. Mike is the head or the CEO, one of the founders of Renaissance periodization. That's an app for, bodybuilders. It helps them with their training plans, whatever. It's not that interesting. It's basically an app with a B2C angle, right? And Mike has really cracked the growth system, the growth playbook on YouTube for his company. And specifically, there's 3 secrets that you can apply to get more leads, to get more sales, or whatever else you're trying to achieve with your YouTube channel. Maybe it's authority, maybe it's just trust in your industry, I don't know. So Mike started 12 years ago, right? So this has been going on for like very long time, and back then this channel looked extremely different. Now the good message is, if you are not completely brain dead, it will not take you 12 years to get there. I would estimate it takes you 2 to 3 months. Typically our clients take anywhere between 2 to 3 months to see significant traction on YouTube and to see some first solid results rolling into their company. Now, what Mike did, at some point he started creating a personal brand, right? Mike Israetel, Worth and Purpose. Dr. Mike Israetel, Worth and Purpose teaser, right? And he was just in front of the camera more often talking about important stuff, right? Here's one of his co-founders. So they have been on this for quite a long time. This was 7 years ago when they started building this. And then the first thing that you should take from Mike's strategy is fame hijacking. I talked about this a couple of times already. Essentially what you do is you take someone famous, like your Ethan Suplee's weight loss journey, how he lost over 200 pounds, right? And he went pretty viral back then with this thing. So you take someone else and you do a video about them. 4.2 freaking million views, okay? That is massive. And even though fame hijacking typically means that you will do videos on topics that are a little bit more viral, that are a little bit outside of your typical ICP, so the typical person that you want to target with your product. We also call them ideal viewer profile, so it's an IVP, but they help create a positive signal for the algorithm. And that's very important because the algorithm sees, oh, there's quite some potential on this channel. Some of these videos get, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views. Now, let me give them a little bit more impressions on this channel. Now, what he did, and this is something that I recommend everybody does on YouTube, doubling down on what works. Literally, YouTube success comes down to doing more of what works and doing less of what doesn't work. That is why data is so important. When I see people not looking into their analytics on YouTube regularly, I think they are lost. You can forget about them. They will not see any significant success on YouTube. So it's all about the data. And for example, what the data told Mike is that full webinars are not working. Look at this, 4.9 thousand views, 4.7 thousand views, 7,000 views. Now this is brilliant for B2B companies, and we work with some companies. They do weird stuff in the machine building, whatever space industry, and for them, getting a couple of 100 views, that's amazing, because then if 2 or 3% of these views turn into leads and they turn into revenue, that's hundreds of thousands of revenue for them. Now, in Mike's space, a couple of thousand of views is not going to get you far, right? So what he is doing now is he's doing mostly reactions and tutorials, right? So here's more of a tutorial video, how to build a massive chest with only cables, right? Piques your curiosity. I kind of want to know how to do that with cables only. Seems so controversial. But then most importantly, he still does fame hijacking. Urs Kalecinski is one of the most hyped bodybuilders right now in a upcoming, classic physique division that is gaining more and more popularity. And this exercise scientist, which is Mike, obviously, he critiques Urs, right? So this is amazing. It's a very good technique. Same here with Andrew Huberman, right? He critiques him. He talks about what he said, 0 food before bed. When you see this thumbnail, you don't even know, are they going to have a conversation? Is this like an interview, right? And Huberman said that in an interview, or is that just, Mike watching a video of Dr. Andrew Huberman? So fame hijacking, right? Like, long story short, and then he really doubled down on this, and this helped his channel skyrocket in terms of views. Now, this is not everything, right? Because you also need to master the art of hooks. And here's the second secret that Mike applies. It's the 3-step intro. And this is an intro every business owner should use. There's no excuse for not using it unless you are an absolute aficionado and you are, almost playing, you're a connoisseur, you're playing the art of storytelling like a true connoisseur, then you don't need to do it, right? But I assume you're not that, without wanting to, I'm trying to offend anyone here, right? But let's continue with the video. Okay, so first 15 seconds, what you want to do is you want to set the expectations and you want to position yourself as an authority. And here Mike is an absolute world-class actor in doing that. And we'll break down the 3-step rule now. First one, why should they care? Second one, what will they learn? Thirdly, why you? Those are things you want to solve in your video in the first 15 seconds ideally. Okay, so why should they care? For example, this one, like, many people do this horrible mistake when training their chest, right? That obviously I should care because maybe I'm someone who does a horrible mistake when training my chest. Like, what the hell? I'm missing out on so many Epicurean, crazy, aesthetically pleasing gains, right? So that's why I should care. Now, secondly, what will I learn? I will show you the exact technique that I'm using to build a massive chest within 1 week. Okay, 1 week and you'll have a chest like Arnold Schwarzenegger, where you can literally take a shaker, you can put it on your chest and it's going to stand firmly. Okay, that's what I will learn. And then secondly, why you? Why me? Well, because I have done the same thing with all my past clients, and within 2 weeks they had a chest like Arnold. So let's get right into the video, right? That's an extremely stupid example of what I mean. These are the 3 steps, and that's what you should do in your intro. No excuse, 15 seconds, let's go. Now, he obviously uses all kinds of complementary funnel socials, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And that's something everyone should do. If you do long form content, you can always repurpose it into short form content. It's not going to hurt anyone. Maybe it's not going to be optimized for the specific platform, but you can take a couple of these views, likes, a couple of these viewers for free. Why not? And then some of them will turn into leads and cash flow. Now, these techniques have helped Mike amass 3.5 million subs and around 70 million views a month, which is massive, okay? 70 million views a month is massive. Now, before we get to the third secret, which is a great one, he also uses YouTube to obviously repurpose his content, right? So from a YouTube video to a TikTok video, So one piece of content is turned to several short videos. That's something we do with most of our clients too, because it's just so easy to do, and why not take advantage of additional distribution. Now I want to talk about a third secret that Mike applies, and that's his unconventional style. What do I mean by that? It's the so-called funny formula. Secret number 3 is the funny formula, and you can implement it extremely well even if you're not funny. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you what he does, for example, right? Like, we're here in second 14 of the video, and this is something that pops up on the screen and that he actively, talks about. Is too much sex bad for your gains? But your boy is tired. Here's the signs. If you're losing sleep, if you're physically too weak, if you're dehydrated, then you're having too much sex. How to prevent this from happening? Okay, now he's talking about this. It's kind of funny, he's saying it in his usual serious voice, and it's just funny. I would suggest you watch this video. It's kind of funny, right? And that's Mike. He has learned to use humor in his videos, because his videos would be just 50% as engaging if he was just sitting there, bulked up guy with a bald head talking about muscles in a scientific way. Yeah, that would be cool, but this humor spices everything up. It makes things so much better. And the thing is, businesses are afraid. They fear using humor for whatever reason, because they think maybe that's going to make them look unprofessional, because they, are working with people that have have like a sad face every day because they hate their work. I don't know, but you should use humor in your videos. And the thing is, you can do so very easily by using Claude, ChatGPT. One great prompt to ask for is to find funny comparisons, funny comparisons. Now, I know ChatGPT and Claude and all these other tools are not the funniest sometimes. Humans can still tell much better jokes than LLMs. But, for example, these comparisons, they will give you great inspirations on how to make some funny jokes, okay? And take these jokes seriously, okay? Because they are seriously going to make your video better. They're going to give you an unconventional style. And in industries, if you look at your competitors, or if you look at any industry, you will find that the few of them that are doing funny videos often are able to amass hundreds of thousands, millions of fans, simply because nobody else is doing it. And the good thing is, it sells the same way. The conversion rate is not going down because you're suddenly doing funny videos, right? So that's amazing. Now, wait, there's more, right? We're not done. We have secret 1, 2, and 3, but there's a fourth one coming very soon. But first, let me tell you, obviously he has a nice studio setup. He has professional editing, right? Like you see just the color of all of this. It's definitely nicely color graded, as we say. But any video editor can do that for you if you don't underpay them. You have some nice background lights, which creates a certain atmosphere. You also see here the well-known Rembrandt triangle, which is due to the lighting in this video. So you see this side of the face is fully illuminated. So probably here, somewhere here, he has his like a big lamp, and somewhere here he has like a small lamp, and so that's a very nice studio setup, which, to be honest, you could build the same setup for like $300, $500. It's not expensive at all. If you look on Amazon, this stuff is cheap as hell. Okay, now they have direct CTAs in the videos, so literally in the video, somewhere in the middle here, minute 10 of a 22-minute video, they are going to show their app. They are like, look, if you want these gains too, download our app. You shouldn't just wing it. This needs to be embedded into the whole video flow. Right? And then they have the same link on old evergreen videos where they ask you to download the app and start your fitness journey. Right? And this is a video from 2020 and it's still gaining views every single day, and right now it's at 4 million views. It's actually crazy. Okay, so all of these techniques right now, obviously the CTAs lead to their website, where then you can get the hypertrophy app, you can get the diet coach app, you can get jacked. It's $24.99 annual membership. Start now, because you have watched 10 videos of Mike already. You have the trust, right? You know that he's scientific, he's funny, like for sure his product is going to be amazing too, right? So let me just buy it. Bam, risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee, no worries. Right? Now, one thing they did very well is this is a creator-based company. Like, you have these 3 guys and you have some more people in the team that are all extremely active on all socials, not only YouTube, but also Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, OnlyFans, whatever, you name it. They are active on there, and that is a good strategy to go for. That helped them get over 200,000 total downloads, 20,000 downloads last month, revenue worldwide last month 200,000. I think that's a very conservative estimate for this Renaissance periodization diet coach and meal planner only. Okay, now one more thing, different brand, different channel. 4th learning, brand focus. Very important, and we see this across a lot of creators that are selling millions and millions worth of products and services, B2C and B2B. In the background, it's all about brand focus. Now, Mike has a little passion for philosophy. He happens to have very controversial opinions on all kinds of topics, and he's just someone who needs to be vocal about them. Like, why should he hide them for himself? He wants to talk about them on YouTube, and that's what he's doing, but not on the Renaissance periodization channel, but on the Mike Israetel Making Progress channel. Why is that? Because if he posts a video breaking down toxin fears versus reality on the Renaissance periodization channel, well, apart from the fact that his co-founders might have a word with him and they might not agree, the more important thing is that people will come to his channel expecting fitness videos. That's what they subscribe for. But they will see some weird video about pesticides, GMOs, microplastics, or stupid AI, and they will not click the video. What this shows YouTube is something's wrong with this channel. I mean, for sure something is wrong with the video, right? Because people are not clicking it, so I'm not going to give this video more impressions, hence it's not going to get any more views. But also maybe something is wrong with the channel. Let me see, right? So the quality ranking of this channel is decreased, because the best thing you can have on a channel is people binge watch your videos. That's why the channel is the programming. If you think in terms of TV, maybe you're more familiar with TV. In TV you have like certain programs, where series 1, series 2, different episodes in these series. That's what you should think about when you think about a great YouTube channel. Literally every video is a new episode, and it just pulls you in. As a viewer, you want to watch every freaking video, right? And that's what you want to have, and that's what you don't have if you switch focus too much. And Mike is very clever about it. He just took that onto a different channel, same as, for example, Iman Gadzi. He did the same thing, started multiple channels, one for his lifestyle, one for his business, one for his whatever, and that serves him extremely well. And then in the back end you can still sell cool stuff, right? Like here, this meditation or philosophy app, 30 days free, $9.99 per month. And that is exactly what we do with our clients too. We make sure they have an ultra clear focus, and we deliver for the viewer with each video maximum quality, top tier insights, so that they keep coming back until they buy. Okay, bye.